Hello everyone. Today I'm going to help you get started using Edmodo. Edmodo is an online social networking tool that can be used by teachers and students, and it's in a safe and secure environment. To get to Edmodo, you go to www.edmodo.com. Upon arriving at the website, you can sign up as a teacher or as a student. I'm going to show you the process for signing up as a teacher first, and then later we'll create a student account. To sign up as a teacher, click on the I'm a Teacher icon, enter a username, and you can see my username already came up, a password, an email, your first name, and your last name. Now it identifies that my username has already been taken because I've already created an account under that username. So I'm going to go ahead and log in under my username to show you the remainder. Upon logging in to Edmodo, one of the first things you want to do is adjust your account settings. To do this, you can go to the top right where it says Account, click on it, and then click on Settings. In the settings, you can adjust your photo. You can upload a photo, or you can use one of the photos provided with the emoticons. After you pick your photo, you can update your personal information, your location, change your password, and you can even add your school. After you've updated that information, you can then select what notifications you would like to receive. You can either receive notifications through text message or through email. You can also specify which notifications you would like to receive. If you would like to receive notes, direct messages, replies, new group members, group join requests, or connection requests, you can specify which things you would like to be notified about on your account. Then we're going to go back home. Home takes us to our home screen that shows us any late posts and anything that we want to control. The first thing as a teacher on Edmodo that you're going to want to do is create groups. These are the groups that your students can join, and they can either submit assignments, read your alerts, read your notes, take a quiz, or take a poll. I've already created several groups over here. We see Schmidt's AP students and Schmidt's pre-cal students, but I'm just going to show you the process to create another group. If you want to create a group, you would select Create, and we're going to name the group. So I'm going to name this one Schmidt's Test Group. We select a grade or a range. I teach high school, so I'm going to select 9th through 12th grade. And I teach mathematics. And we're going to say Create. Upon creating the group, it gives us the group code. This group code is important to copy and save because it's what your students will need to join the group so that they have access to the announcements that you post. I've already got several groups created. We can also adjust the color of the groups by selecting the box and changing the color. Once you've designated groups for your students to access, then you can start adding things to the groups. I'm going to start with my AP Statistics students. Here I don't have any notes, alerts, assignments, quizzes, or polls posted, but I can add those easily by selecting one of the following options. So I'm going to add one of each. First, I'm going to add a note. To add a note, I'm going to type in the box that appears. I'm just going to say hello, statistics students. I select who I want it to send to, and because I'm already in Schmidt's AP Statistics students group, it automatically selected that for me. So I'm going to hit send, and I've just sent a note. Now I'm going to show you how to send an alert. If I want to alert my students something immediately, possibly that they need to bring their book to class tomorrow, I would select in the alert, please remember your your book tomorrow. And I would say send. Next, I can add an assignment. If I'm going to add an assignment to this group, I can title it. So I'm going to title it Review for Test. I can describe the assignment, so I could assign page 352 from the book, problems 1 through 35 as a review for the test. I'm going to set a due date, so I'm going to select tomorrow in class. Or I could also attach a file, a link, or something that I have in my library. I'm going to go ahead and attach a file just to show you the process behind that. I select File, then I find the file on my computer. Here's our review. We say Open, and it has attached that review file. And I'm going to say Send to my students. And now I've sent that file to my students. Another option that you could use for each group would be to create a quiz or a poll. So I'm going to create a brief poll just by asking, who will you vote for in the election? Our answer choices, we could put Obama or Romney. Or we could add answer choices if we wanted. And then I'm going to say send. By creating all of these alerts, notes, assignments, and polls within one group, that has sent those specific items to those group members only. Now we're going to look at what it looks like from a student point of view. So when we arrive back at the Edmodo website, if I was a student, I would select I'm a student, and I would enter the group code that my teacher gave me. I've already done this for this class. And now I'm logged in as a student, which is a part of Ms. Schmidt's AP Statistics class. Now I can see, from my student point of view, all of the things that my teacher added for me to do. So I can respond to the poll, who will you vote for in the election? I'm just going to say neither, vote. I can look at my review for the test, and I could reply by submitting my assignment. So it's due November 6th, which is tomorrow. If I say reply, I could submit the answers to the problems, and I could say reply. Or I could turn it in. If I turn it in, I can select my response, and I would say turn in assignment, or I could attach a file with my answers. Upon turning in an assignment, I could go home, and now it should no longer say that that assignment is due. Now it says where that assignment was previously, waiting for grade, because I've already submitted it to be graded by my teacher. Then I could also view the other post that my teacher made. She wrote, please remember your book tomorrow, and she also said hello to the statistics students. The please remember your book tomorrow is in bold because if you recall, we made it an alert. Alerts show up to be bold so that students' attention are drawn to it. As a student, I could also edit my account and adjust my settings. To select which type of notifications I want to see, I could select text message, and then I could say I want to see alerts, notes, and direct messages sent from my teacher. And then I would, of course, have to enter a phone number. I'm going to log back into the teacher account just to show you a few more items. One important thing about being on the teacher page is that now I'm also allowed to send assignments or tasks or alerts directly to individual students. For example, say that my student was absent. I could select my class and I could say assignment. I'm going to title the assignment makeup work. I'm going to describe it. I'm going to tell the student who is absent, you missed problems from page 52 in the book. Numbers 2, 3, and 4 are due tomorrow. Now I could select send, and instead of sending it to the whole class, I could type a student's name. So the only student I have in my class is Erin Oliver, so I'm going to select that student. I could assign a due date. The due date is tomorrow. And I could send that assignment specifically to that student. Now, the message didn't go to my entire statistics class. It only went to the individual student that I assigned it to. I hope that you can see some of the benefits of using Edmodo in your classroom and some of the ways it would create a more engaging environment for your students to participate in. I look forward to speaking with you in the future, and if you have any questions, please feel free to connect with me on Edmodo. Through the group settings, we could request, or we can go to our home and we could invite other teachers to Edmodo, or there's a way to also search to find other teachers in your field. So we could search all teachers. If you were interested in communicating with me, you could search for me. Thank you for your time, and I hope that you enjoy using Edmodo in your classroom.